So the very first bracket match here, we've got Drac versus Swarm. A lot to talk about here. I'll mention at the outset, the name The Swarm might be familiar if you watched any Soden lately. Swarm is the reigning champ for the Soden Randomizer, but for this event is only the 6th seed. Cal, what do you think about that?
Well, the Swarm has been having a good luck on the tournament and also making quite a few new strats for the Bounty Hunter preset. There is a lot of things the racers have been using that came from Sword's mind. Quite impressive.
For those who don't know Drac, one of the all-time great Soden players, a top player not just for Alucard, but also for Richter mode and Maria mode. It's just a general all-rounder. Managed to get up to the 3rd seed for this bracket stage, but the Swarm is a brutal opponent. This is a great marquee matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a rematch of this for Grand Finals. This is going to be really high-level Soden. Excited to see how this goes. Cal, maybe you could give us a little bit of an overview about, what Bounty Hunter is all about.
Well, Bounty Hunter is a very different preset. Instead of you running around trying to find the Vlad relics, you're actually trying to find the familiar cards. And those familiar cards will give you the information of what enemy is holding the Vlad relic. And at that point, when you have the information, you can just go farm that enemy. It's important to point out that you don't need the card to farm, just need the information. So the racers could actually use that to their advantage.
Now, early library card has definitely become the standard route for this preset, and paying off splendidly with Gravity Boots in the shop, Silver Ring, oh sorry, that's a library card, excuse me, Old Man Eyesight, library card at Fairy Card.
Yeah, just use one library card to get another back. It's pretty good for the beginning of the race.
This preset guarantees 6 library cards, not including drops. You get 1 from the prologue, and there are 5 lying around, so typically people recommend you not hoard your resources. You want to use those library cards when appropriate.
Yeah, differently than the other presets, when you don't have too much of a guarantee what you're gonna find, it's better not to think too much about the uses. As long as you have 1 or 2 on the back, you should be fine most of the time.
Something else pretty unusual about Bounty Hunter is the role that luck plays. Alucard starts with 99 luck and the Alucard gear for an additional plus 30, which means we get rare and common item drops all the time. So far, Drac is winning the Battle of Luck. Picked up an Iron Shield from, I think, the Une in Library. Very nice. That could pay off.
Yeah, another unusual thing about Bounty Hunter that someone that never seen it before might be noticing is that the players do make a point of killing more enemies than usual, because they can get a lucky equipment drop, or maybe on a very, very lucky case, a Vlad relic drop.
Looks like both players are opting to skip Castle Keep route for now and go right to the lab. This makes sense. There are a couple of quick relic checks this way.
Yeah, in the gravity groups, they can now check at least 3 checks along the way.
You got the J at Cube. A lot of relics in this preset. Sorry, go ahead.
No. It's just gonna mention that it's another relic that usually don't see players picking up. But on Bounty Hunter, it could make a lot of difference if you have to farm something underwater.
Exactly. I was just gonna mention what you were talking about. In Bounty Hunter, a lot of relics get buffs, so the J is normally like a small thing. It can kind of help out with wolf movement, but it's not very important. For Bounty Hunter, if you have an enemy underwater, it can save your life and really speed up the farm, so much more valuable relic. Same deal with Gas Cloud, that relic gets a buff. Cube gets a nerf, because candles won't really drop sub-weapons. But by and large, I think one of the cool things about this preset, more relics get a chance to shine. So speaking of items just lying around, Varda is another one you can find at a relic location. Early Varda is great. Kind of solves combat for a while.
Yeah, the early Varda drop, and Swarm also got a Dracula's Tunic drop along the way, which is one of the best armors in the game.
The single best offense boosting armor. So it's pretty nice, and the defense is not too shabby. Another library card. Slogger Gaibon.
Well, let's hope our races here don't have to find all the library cards before they start finding the familiar cards. So first bracket of the tournament, Jupiter, do you think we're gonna get many lucky Vlad drops during the tournament?
Well, when it comes to Vlad drops, it's true. You don't actually need to get the familiar card. The familiar card will tell you which enemies to farm, but you can just get lucky and get one early. Now, in my experience with this preset, if you get a lucky Vlad drop, it's helpful, but it only really saves a lot of time if you happen to get the one that's last in the seed. So whatever Vlad's gonna end up being last chronologically, if you get that one randomly early, it can save minutes. We have seen a couple of races determined by who gets a lucky drop, so we'll see. It would definitely be very exciting.
Yeah, and I also hope that none of our races have to farm for too long, because I have seen some farms go between 10 minutes to half an hour on the Body Hunters.
Yeah, when it comes to Bounty Hunter, a very important skill is optimizing the number of kills per minute to try and speed up farms as much as possible. More item news. Drac gets a Gurthang drop. So one of the best weapons in the game. That plus a Varda. I think we can handle anything. Even a Guardian we could farm right now.
Yeah, I think they're basically set for equipment for now. No worries about bosses, at least on the first castle.
Now, I should mention, you can see on the layout here underneath our players' names, we've got a couple of sheriff stars. That's going to keep track of the game count. Currently it's 0-0. Everything for the bracket stage is going to be best of 3. For winner's side and for loser's side. So it's going to be a ton of Soden. Ooh, yep, you got to go for this, 100%. Especially with Gurthang Varda, it's going to be really quick. Leapstone will definitely save the 45 seconds here or whatever.
It's going to help a lot with movement. Especially now that you basically get flight on the preset, since they already have gravity boots.
So don't blink on this one. Yeah, Drac's not even going to switch to the Gurthang, just unnecessary. Very nice.
I'm gonna assume our races here are gonna go directly into Aurochs.
Flight is now in Logic, and when it comes to complexity, Bounty Hunter is complexity 5. So currently the count is Gravity 1, Leapstone 2. And I'm with you, I think just the standard clockwise route. You have to skip all rocks because of no transformation, but you can do Sword Card and you can open up the shortcut.
Yeah, and before the race, I saw some races here practicing some silvering using spells. So I'm guessing we may see some hack fire strategies here.
The interesting point made by the chat. Would you go down to Gravity Boots now, or wait until after Castle Keep?
I guess for one check, I wouldn't go for Gravity Boots right now.
I'm inclined to agree. I think I'd want to save that for when I'm going down to Caverns anyway. However, If it's something like Castle 2's got Jewel and Gravity's got Holy Glasses, going there now could save a lot of time.
Oh, we have a difference in route right now. Durdrak choosing to go for Fire or Bat.
This could pay off. If this is a transformation, this could pay off here for Drac. Drac?
Oh, he's... Oh, did you forget?
No, surely not. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not a transformation. That's Echo. Too bad.
That was a scary move for a second there, just going forward like that.
Okay, let's see what's at Sword card. Oh, Rip card at Sword card.
We have...
Well,
wait, these zombies.
that's an easy one. Yeah, well, I think we'll be seeing a Power of Wolf check soon for Swarm. You can route in Zombie with Power Wolf very easily.
Yeah, they're both gonna reach keep just for very different routes.
Yeah, and Drax not gonna have to double dip on Olrox potentially. I think I slightly prefer Drax route, but it's really more of a judgment call right here.
Yeah, because the progression could have been on Sword card that either way. So just more a choice and see what it pays off.
Holy Glasses at Ghost card. Okay. We might be seeing early Castle 2 here, which again, that slightly benefits Drac. Gold ring.
Gold. I would like to see Silver Ring here on Lipstone, but another card. Venus Weed.
So let's see what Drac does here. This is a big moment. Is it going to be Power Wolf? Is it going to be Gravity Boots? Are we going to get a commitment to early Castle 2? Are we going to get a save split? Ooh.
I think a save split would be here would be amazing.
There is a growing consensus that save splits are very strong in Bouncy Hunter. We're seeing them more and more often. Oh, but this is interesting. It's actually a save split, then going to Castle 2 first. Okay, bold routing from Drac. We'll see if Swarm agrees or not. But I think it's the bracket stage. It's the winner's side. Our players got here by earning a top 8 spot through a grueling qualifier. So I think you want to try and maintain the initiative, you know?
Yeah, a little bit of gambling here does pay off, especially with a save split. It's probably going to be easy to go back to if you need. Although depending on what he finds on the beginning of the castle, the second castle, he might not want to save split away. Now, how deep do you think he will go on the second castle though?
Good question. I do think you're right. It's going to depend on what Drac finds. I'm also curious. I'm not too familiar with Drac's routing strategy for Castle 2. The kind of commonly accepted route here is Medusa left side, because you can do a reverse library card. In fact, Cal, what is a reverse library card?
Well, a reverse library card, as the name implies, will take you to the reverse library instead of the normal library, which is another addition to the Bounty Hunter, a few other presets. So cuts a lot of traversal time if you want to just go directly there. And you have access to it as soon as you beat Richter.
Really opens up a lot of routing opportunities. Now it's interesting how even with a Varda, these enemies, Richter and Darkwing Bat, are doing a lot of damage. It goes to show you we're at a low level right now.
Yeah, and the fact that both players so far are still using the Alucard set. Also gonna drop the defense a little bit here.
Now, wouldn't it be funny if Holy Glasses is bait and Jewel was at Gravity Boots? It's possible. Absolutely possible.
It would be very, very much interesting. I actually think I would like to see that. Because at this point, I'm just commentating, not racing. So
It's much less stressful in the commentary booth. It's great. Now, on the downside, if, you're in the commentary booth here with me, that means we're not able to win a part of that incredibly large prize pool. We're already up to around $3,300 on that prize pool right now. By far the biggest Castlevania tournament of all time. Very exciting. So a lot to play for. And I think we kind of take it for granted. The movement of these runners has been so good. In Castle 2 with no transformation, the movement's got to be on point, or it's very easy to get comboed to death.
yeah, you can see on Drax's screen, he trying to dodge the Panthers and the balloons. So left side from Drax. Wow, Medusa, nothing.
So here we go. We've had a standard route here. Castle 2 for Drac. Swarm, I know, is unpredictable with his routing. I'm curious what he'll go for here. But I'm impressed, I gotta say. Drac has built a nice little lead here of a couple of minutes. And that's partly because of skipping all rocks. But also I think the movement's been very slightly better for Drac. Oh, hang on. As I say that, uh-oh.
Oh, you gotta be careful. That's the danger of Castle 2. You can get combo to death very, very easily.
Alright, so it's time for Creature. Frankly, at this point, Creature's got a pretty high chance of having something of value. We're still looking for Mist. Wolf would be nice in this situation. Merman Statue, Silver Ring. 3 cards on the table. Gas Cloud would be good. Spike Breaker would be good. Surely. Creature's got 1.
He's gonna drop a library card. It's gonna be funny.
Some things never change. Bounty Hunter might be the craziest preset we've had for a Soten tournament, but Creature remains the same.
Yeah, and I believe that when you're in the early second castle situation, the more time it takes for you to actually get something, the scary you get that you made the wrong choice. And I'm gonna assume some of them might already getting a little bit nervous here.
Well, it's interesting because, as expected in a way, I mentioned Swarm was unpredictable. We're getting a right side for Swarm. That Creature...
Wait, Swarm's not gonna go into Arc mode? Oh, he doesn't have a transformation, yeah.
Yeah, gotta go around. No way! Eye of Vlad random drop for Swarm!
Wow!
Huge! Now, was that from the sniper or was that from the imp? I don't know. But yeah, the fact that Creature had nothing could pay out huge for Swarm. And even before doing any relic check, it's already paying off. Thanks to that random Vlad. Huge.
First race, so the first bracket is already a random Vlad. That is amazing.
Drac struggling a little bit here. Yeah, take an angle. It's a good call. Also, Swarm almost dying. People who say Soten is an easy game, might I recommend doing a low-level challenge. You might change your mind.
Yeah, I did a level 1 challenge with Alucard. You don't even have MP to do a Soul Steal, so not fun.
Yeah, just based on sheer volume, it's probably the Imp, which is good for Drax since, it's an easy farm. But if it happened to be Sniper of Goth, that could be huge.
Now, if it is Sniper, where is the best place to farm the Sniper?
I am not sure what I would do, actually. I think that room that Swarm was in is better than the other one, which is approaching bees.
Would getting out through reverse Silvering could be a good idea? There is 2 right up there.
Uh-oh, just a Spirit Orbit Trio, and now Swarm is going to reverse Library card. So normally I'd be saying Swarm was well behind, but this is what's so exciting about Bounty Hunter. That random Vlad is a game changer, potentially. I don't know who's in the lead right now.
Well, that Gravity Boots being the progression is starting to look more and more likely. There is also entrance. I don't think any other races checked entrance yet.
All right, Cal, rate the drip on Doppelganger. What do you think? 1 to 10. Cal? Oh my god, Cal? Really thinking over this drip rating. It's like a sunset kind of purple, you know what I mean? It had those streaks of darker orange. Oh, that's a Chrysogrim drop for Swarm. I'd go as high as 8.5. Hey, what's up, Cal? Welcome back. What did you think about the sunset purple cloak? What's your rating?
Sunset purple. I don't know. I'm not a guy that likes too much bright colors. But I guess I'll do like a 6.
Ooh, kind of a critic. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, Alucard is not a creature of the night, just having so many colors around him all the time.
So anyway, Swarm has the random Vlad. Swarm has the random Chrysogrim. Drax had the better movement. And I think Drax had the better routing, although I gotta tell you, this castle too has been just awful. Just nothing going on here, left side or right side.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to laugh out loud as soon as they realize that they might have left Jewel open on.
It is looking increasingly likely. And remember, we can't even check Mummy, because much like all rocks, Mummy is transformation locked.
Well, we're getting close to only have one option.
And if we're going to Galamoth, Swarm will definitely save a decent amount of time there, just from that weapon pickup. I mean, look, Gurthane will be good with the Varda, but I'd say Chrysogrim saves at least 20 seconds on that fight. Okay, maybe not that much. 15, 20, 15, 20. But maybe Death's got something finally. Oof.
The other Arcana. Wow.
Now this is good, and it's better to get this second Arcana before the farms start, but man, it's looking like chat had it right. That one person in chat who was like, hey, go to Gravity Boots.
Yeah, I'm very impressed that it take them that long to get. Is Draken just avoiding or just open up the teleport? Do you think he's not going Galamoth? No, he is.
Yeah, I think just grabbing the teleport in case there's a farm around here later. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, also at this point, I'm guessing both players must be feeling quite nervous that they made the wrong choice, not knowing that the opponent made the same exact choice.
It's true. Yeah, both opting for the bold choice to go to castle too early. Neither getting any kind of a payout. Swarm got the random Vlad and the Chrysogrim, so I think Swarm is probably feeling better, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I'll be very scared at this point that I'll be at least 2 or 3 steps behind the progression. And also the movement on the second castle without any transformation is very, very hard. If not used to it, you can die very easily.
Oh no, Drac has not gotten the Rib card yet. That was at Sword card. Hasn't been All Rocks yet, just got the Warp and left.
Well, time to see what Galamoth is holding. Oh, both of these players, I imagine, will have an easy time to do the Galamoth setup with Gravity Boots.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, and at this level, I expect both runners will get this first try. However, I think it's definitely worth saving, because if you mess this up, it's over. Or, if you get unlucky here, good Hellfire. Oh, but yeah, you have to cancel it. Yeah. You gotta cancel and take one more hit. That was very close. But gets the unfortunate Galamoth pattern. Here comes Swarm. That's like a good 30, 40 seconds for Swarm.
Swarm is taking his time. With the Chrysogrim, killing some of these enemies are very easily.
Yeah, Swarm's absolutely gonna have the farm advantage. Gonna have the boss fight advantage.
So far, the only information we have is about the zombie and maybe Imp or Sniper. So the farm so far doesn't seem that bad, but we can get some...
Okay, that's early enough to where you won't have to cancel this. That's perfect, yeah. Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Save.
Yeah, bit of a struggle here on Galamoth. God, that was such a quick death fight for Swarm. Something you can do to speed this fight along, by the way, is do short hops, which I don't see anyone go for, but I think if you set up a save, it's worth doing.
And it seems like Swarm's gonna do a save split. He's not going down. Yeah, I guess at this point, maybe he's gonna save. No, it should be save split to go back, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be a Galamoth skip from Swarm, I expect. No, there's no library card. Never mind, scratch that thought. Oh!
Wow!
Oh, wow.
Oh, Juve opened this far down.
So early Castle 2, it took a while. But it did end up being the correct route. It paid off.
Anymore. Can we still call it early? I mean, that far down?
My goodness. So interesting. Now you can go ahead and do Gravity Boots. You could also do Power of Wolf real quick, although I think I might route that in with Caverns. We'll see. This has been a great seed for the debut bracket match. This has been super entertaining. I do think Swarm has the lead right now, to be honest. So we'll see how it goes, but at the moment I think Swarm is slightly favored in this match.
Yeah, that lucky drop is gonna pay him a little bit of time. Even if it doesn't pay him to the farm, but just the fact that he might not need to go through Reverse Chapel or Alchemy Lab to farm the imps might already help him a lot. I imagine Drax is gonna farm the zombies straight away. As soon as you get to the entrance.
I think Swarm's up to like 4 save files at this point. Going crazy with the save splits. I definitely support that. It's a good strat.
Yeah, it could pay off big. Especially if he doesn't, he just needs information, depending on who he's going. Get information, go back. I'm thinking here with the location of the Familia cards at this point, they could be having to route the back and forth through the first and second castle a lot, depending on the enemies they need to farm.
I gotta tell you, Cal, this is one of the latest seeds for transformations we've seen. This entire tournament. Qualifiers, bracket matches, whatever. Having 0 transformations at the 31-minute mark is insane. This is definitely feeling like a safe seed.
I believe that, I agree. Swarm was very brave. No save for the Galamov setup.
Well, saved a little bit earlier, and I guess figured that, with the Chrysogrim and the Varda, my odds are pretty good here. Even if you mess it up, you can still win, and that was a textbook fight from Swarm. Very nicely done. Like I said, a good 15, 20 seconds there, and there's Jewel. I'm sure feeling some relief.
And straight back to the first castle.
The Valman Way is quite strong in Soden. What is the Valman Way? I only know the Chrysogrim.
Valman Way. Never heard about that.
I do wonder if at some point we're going to see a Succubus skip this tournament. There's been a little bit of theory crafting about this. Like, if you're going to skip Creature or Merman Statue or Grand Falloon, this is next up on the potential best skips. It's pretty out of the way. The trouble is that it's so early into Caverns that, you can't really rule it out comfortably. But if you want a YOLO, this is a pretty good YOLO.
And it's a very quick fight as well, even if you don't have a lot of equipment.
Yeah, even with just spells, it's fine.
You gotta be brave or don't have the relics necessary to reach it, to just keep it straight up.
Should have skipped.
Swarm is doing the fire bat. I guess he didn't do it before, right? He just, yeah, he went to the chapel. True. It's gonna be unfortunate that there's nothing there.
All right, call your shot, Cal. When are we getting our first transformation? When's it gonna happen?
I'm gonna assume on Merman location, maybe?
Ooh, that could be interesting. Here's my prediction. It's gonna be Bat Complexity 5, because Jewel's Complexity 4, and then Spike Breaker will have Final Blast. Hey, speaking of Spike Breaker.
Yeah, they might actually have the transformation. My idea about the transformation being Merman location is just because I want to see if anyone might skip that and get punished. Kinda want to see that.
Can I just say, Drac has got some of the best front slides in the business and has, without question, the best dive kicks of any Soden player. Have you seen Drac spam dive kicks? It's amazing.
It's
amazing.
It is.
So in a way, I feel like, and this is one of the reasons that luck aside, Drac has taken a slight execution lead over Swarm this match. Drac's got maybe the best vanilla Alucard movement. Really good stuff. Good dive kick movement, Good shield dashing, good fundamentals, knows all the strats, good iframe abuse. So, yeah, the more I watch Drac, the more I feel like they could absolutely win this tournament.
Yo, you definitely have two of the favorites running up right now.
Yeah, Swarm
Which
just already has won multiple tournaments, you know. Definitely
It's
a
kind of
front runner.
sad to see that, to think that one of them is gonna go, is gonna get out of the tournament this early.
It's true. Well, not out of the tournament, down to losers bracket.
Oh yeah, still, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
And this is why, even though it's going to make the bracket take much longer, you know, you wouldn't want someone to lose one match versus another top opponent and be out instantly. I think it's only fair to have a little bit more so. Hey, look at this. Ring card at Merman.
Ooh, Ouroboros. Oh, that's one that I usually don't like to see.
Ouroboros. Ouroboros. Can be found at Reverse Entrance. This is also one of the best parts of Bounty Hunter. We get to actually see more of the game. It's like Symphony of the Night DLC.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I can say right now is at least it's not Dragon Rider. That farm is also one that I don't like to see at all.
Drac doesn't know about Zombie because hasn't been to All Rocks yet, right? So might get it randomly here. Odds are actually pretty high with 2 Arcanas. Look at these dive kicks. Oh my god. Oh my god, getting unlucky. Where's the random?
Oh.
Okay. Didn't get a random on the trip there. Maybe the trip back.
And there's the transformation.
No. No. Running out of zombies here. No dive kicking too fast. All right, so Drac is definitely getting more unlucky. It's fair to say this race.
I guess his skills with dive kick counted against him this time. Much
Unfortunate.
less zombies to kill. Yeah.
Now, look, it's not going to be too slow to come back, obviously, but just kind of a shame. That could have been a little bit of a time save for Drac.
Yeah, again, it's only fair. Swarm already has one, so why not him?
I know. So anyway, we have Wolf now. That opens up All Rocks. That opens up Mummy. It is technically possible that Caverns is not actually part of the chain. For example, it could be Holy Glasses 3, but it could also be Wolf 3. All Rocks leads to Silver Ring, and then Final Vlad's at Holy Glass location. Possible. That's the thing about Complexity 5. It's a low minimum complexity, so you're always really unsure where you are in the chain. You gotta really play the odds.
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna assume that probably both of the racers, or maybe just Swarm, are gonna skip Grand Falloon. Simply because the speed that they have to cross that part of the map is not that great. Only have the one transformation.
So I like this from Drag going for a double Arcana, but you gotta activate the girthing boost first, I think. So yeah, this is the only question mark spot to farm.
Yes, the only location that specific enemy is, and that's the reason why the door is open. The only reason that this door is open is because that's the only location you can find this enemy.
Okay, so this is fine here from Drag. This is a big moment. which is, you know, the odds with all of this stuff, Double Arcana and the Alucard to gear, the odds of this drop is 1 in 9. So we're 0 for 3. There it is. Well above average for Drac, finally. Getting a little luck here.
And Swarm's farming his zombies. I think the same thing as the Stone Roses, the zombies are the only enemies that, even the mermaids, they can spawn infinite without you leaving the screen. Think that's true? I might be saying something dumb here.
Next up, we've got Diplocephalus. That should be a pretty easy one. And it's going to work out, you know, Drac delaying All Rocks this long is going to work out. Drac can do the All Rocks boss check and then farm Diplo right afterwards, or right before. Ooh, wait a minute, what is that? Yeah. Whoa! Okay, Drac, hesitating a bit. A little bit of indecision here. I'm surprised we're not seeing Grand Flu and Spikebreaker. Spikebreaker is a prime candidate for final card.
Well, could see another difference in route here. The Swarm might decide to just go down.
But yeah, look, this is a fine route for sure. We're going to see All Rock Sword card. Then we're going to see probably Diplo farm right after. And then we'll just go back. And there's a chance that All Rocks has got back, which would be huge. Shoutouts to Wolf Movement in Soten, arguably the coolest transformation.
I don't like as much just because I suck at it.
It is very tough.
Gotta learn.
No, we can all relate to that.
I should have entered the other tournament that I now forget the name.
A Lycanthrope. Yeah, the Lycanthrope.
Lycanthrope, yes. Should have joined that one and learned.
Oh,
Wow.
so Drac got
Great
lucky on
farm.
Thornweed, but Swarm got even luckier. Swarm is just out of control with the luck stat right now. Super quick farm. It might come down to routing. I'm worried for Drac here. This might have been a mistake. Doing All Rocks first. Let's see. Cute.
Wow. Arguably the worst relic on the Bounty Hunter preset. If not the worst. I think Swarm is also going to go back.
Oh, I'm really just not agreeing. I'm really not agreeing with any of this.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
they
right.
might
Actually,
be
never mind.
making-
Swarm is in, yeah, because Swarm got that random Vlad. So Swarm, the random Vlad that Swarm has is, in fact, the final Vlad. So, I think that might be decisive. Going right side, doing a little soul steal, and getting that imp drop might be the difference maker here. Yeah, all this silver ring stuff, or whatever, I'm not even sure what Drac's doing. Can't go silver ring because no mist. But all of this Drac can skip. Swarm is just heading for the end of the game here.
He's gonna get lucky again and get the Vlad on the first pass.
If you're rooting for Drac, it's got to be a really bad Diplo farm. Possible, but I'm not sure where Drac is going here, actually. Muramasa. Do a quick Muramasa blood farm, no problem. Easy.
Maybe he's going to grab the boots.
Yeah, but why go around like this? It's very weird.
Oh wait, it's going around again.
Yeah, I think Drax's route's been great, but I'm gonna say a slight misplay here at the end with how this has gone.
might be
You can
going
see from that
to
initial
get it.
hesitation at the warp. Hesitation is often, you know, one of the most punishing things in rando competition. You can never second guess yourself. You gotta go in with a game plan and just stick with it.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know where he's going.
Well, this is definitely a bad Diplo farm for Swarm.
Oh, he's gonna farm the zombies.
Yeah, you gotta find some time to do this.
No, I guess Swarm lost most of his luck on the Vlad drop.
I love that. See, if anyone watching has done Aria of Sorrow rando competition or Ritual of the Night rando competition, if a farm takes a really long time, that's just a rando classic. You'll go back into the menu to double check, like, am I really farming the right enemy? You know, you're farming the right enemy, Swarm. It's just, you know, sometimes it goes this way. All right.
Diplo is holding on to that Vlad with all his strength.
This is just really sad for Drac because even with this bad farm, it just feels like they're very behind right now. You gotta do this, then library card.
Unfortunately, if he has to farm Wimp or the Sniper, it's not gonna be easy to go back there.
True, let's not discount the fact
bad.
you're exactly right. It could be Sniper of Goat or Goth, which is bad. It might come down, look, the wild card here is Ouroboros, which is really awkward, very out of the way. If Swarm has another farm like this one, finally gets Tooth, maybe it'll be interesting. But the thing is, Drax gotta get the final Vlad like minimum 30 seconds before Swarm does, because of the lack of Chrysogrim. And it's currently like minutes behind, so unlikely. We're going to Grand Falloon, here we go. Going to Grand Falloon.
Yeah, unfortunately,
no
last
transformation.
card might, actually be very far away, and we don't even know it yet. What exactly the last card is? So
No, what's interesting is that because of
the
the many save splits, Swarm doesn't have a good warp for this. Drac can actually use the Galamoth warp to get to reverse entrance somewhat quickly, but I don't think that's going to be nearly enough. Basically, Grand Falloon has to have the card, or Game 1 is going to Swarm. This is it. This is the match right here. If you've got channel points on Drac, pray for Grand Falloon. Oh, actually, Swarm does have reverse Galamoth warp. I guess different save. I was thinking of one of the other 5 saves. That's good. Swarm's gonna have a little bit of a shortcut here. GG. That's it.
Wow. Also, maybe last card behind Silverlink or Library?
Yeah, so it's looking like it's a complexity 6 seed, where that final card is going to be either Silver Ring or Soul of Bat. So worst case scenario for Drac, best case scenario for Swarm, you get the complexity Vlad as a random drop, you get the Chrysogrim. I think if you're Drac, you go back and you watch this VOD, you can't be too upset with yourself. You know, you had a good route, a couple of questionable decisions, but mostly very solid. This is Bounty Hunter, sometimes it goes this way.
Yeah, I don't think any of us will be also not a little bit salty to see random Vlad drop.
My
Guess that
preferred
just comes with the game, yeah.
my preferred analogy is poker. I think poker and Soten Rand actually have a lot in common. Sometimes you'll read your opponent perfectly in poker. You'll know the odds. You'll go all in, and you're the favorite, and then you lose it on the flop because you get unlucky. You know.
Yeah, just that happens. There's nothing you can do.
All that having been said, Swarm has played a great match.
I think both races can be very proud of the match they had, at least at this point. It's been amazing gameplay. I'm actually not even playing, I'm learning a lot.
And we're going to be seeing Game 2 right after this. Game 3, if necessary, will be scheduled later. But who knows? Maybe Swarm will be able to achieve a decisive result here. But yeah, this is it. This is the best Ouroboros farm. It's bad, but it's the best.
There is no better, it's the best. There's nothing you can do.
Okay, pretty good for Swarm. Once again, a little bit above average. So, on balance, Swarm did have the better luck. But that Diplo farm was just horrible. So it wasn't all good news. I think the big difference maker was ultimately that Imp drop.
Yeah, that cut out a lot of steps for Swarm. Most of it, he didn't have to go after the last card. That was pretty good. Besides being a lucky drop, lucky Vlad drop, it was the last Vlad drop, which is even better.
There was a little bit of foreshadowing in the commentary booth today, because we mentioned this earlier that, you know, random Vlads can save a little bit of time, not that much. If you get the final Vlad as a random drop, that's where you save minutes. And honestly, I probably saved 5 minutes plus for Swarm here. So that plus some of the other fortunate happenings for Swarm, plus the good gameplay. This was definitely Swarm's game. Also, this is a cool route here from Swarm. More Soten DLC. Let's go.
Yeah, called forbidden route for a reason. No need to go there most of the time. And there goes the eye card. And he is Sniper of Goth. Wow.
Oh my god! That is ridiculous. Oh, how about another Varda? How about another Varda? Are you kidding me? You know, Drac, I'm sorry. It goes this way sometimes. You kill one sniper a Goth. Or maybe it was two, I don't know. One or two, and you just get it, and you just win. GG.
Wow, that was... Gotta get impressed by that one. There's nothing else to say. And another Varda on the way to the last fight, which with Chris Green, Swarm loses this fight. We can take away his randomizer card, can't we?
Well, this is going to be a world record for fastest final boss. Double Varda, Chrysogram, Dragon Helm. It's over. Time is coming up in like 30 seconds.
Time to see the boss melts.
Oh! I wonder where Bat was this seed.
Could be Spike Breaker.
Actually, it can't be Spikebreaker. Because Bat's required to put that in logic.
You'd need by, yeah.
God, you think it's Mummy? It's insane. Mummy or Bees? Hopefully not Holy Glasses. That would have been even more ridiculous. Alrighty, it's gonna be a sub 55 for Swarm here. Great run. The chips definitely fell Swarm's way. Oh my god, ridiculous fight. But outstanding gameplay from the Rando champ. Bold Castle 2, and then a bold right side Castle 2. Paid off big for Swarm. Excellent stuff. So, game number 2 between Drac and Swarm. Game 1 was a doozy. It's going to be hard to top that one. What are your expectations for the follow-up?
Well, I'm expecting Drac to play a little bit more fast forward here, try to gamble a little bit more, because or he's on the losing side here. But I don't expect for us to see the same kind of luck on this seed.
I'm going to be starting out with Swarm's audio. Swarm is ahead 1-0 right now, but Drac does have a slight early lead. I think you could very well be right, Cal. We might see a little bit more gambling from Drac. The more interesting question for me is what the Swarm wants to do. If you're ahead 1-0, and this is true whether you're talking about Soten or sports or whatever, there's a difference in philosophy. Sometimes people will go more aggressive to press their advantage, and sometimes they'll play safe, play a little bit more defensive, to just maintain their lead. Don't do anything crazy, don't rock the boat, just nice and solid. And that gives you a decent chance at a 2-0. So what would you do, Cal? Are you more on the aggressive philosophy or the defensive philosophy?
I'm more a defensive player. I think if I feel like my first run was enough to get me the win, if I do the same thing, there is a good chance I'm gonna win again. Unless I might get a little bit desperate, try to close it off, but most of the time I'm just a defensive player.
That's a shield rod drop for Drac. Pretty big pickup early. Lots of good shields. Just gotta get one of them. Whoa, is Swarm skipping Fairy card?
He is. We are seeing a gamble on the winner's side.
Okay, so I think that might answer the question. Aggressive routing from Swarm, perhaps. Oh, never mind. This is just doing some kills. Okay, fair enough. So maybe it's the exact opposite. Swarm is playing very thoroughly, getting more kills in. Gonna do a couple of laps here.
I think he might have just forgot the first pass.
Could it really be a Frigor? Soten's a complicated game. There's always a lot to remember. It's very possible. Can we rate the drip? So Kage, my feeling is that it's pointless to rate the drip for playable Alucard and Bounty Hunter, because it's always a 10. But for Doppelganger, it's truly random. Okay, so Jewel at Elevator. That's going to be tied with Complexity 1 with Gravity Boots.
A much earlier location than the last seed, that's for sure. I hope we do see Bat on this seed.
It would be nice to see how these two top players compare in their bat movement, yeah.
Yeah, I miss seeing some win matches. There a little bit of a return on the Fairy card. Did cost Swarm a few seconds. Not much, but...
Gremlin is a pretty easy farm, and that's going to have the Ring of Lead.
Where is the best farm for the Gremlins? Is still on Reverse Cathedral?
Oh, it's a good question. That one's definitely fine. for sure. But I think the one near the Cavern's Warp is going to be easier to route in. However, I think it's a good point. If you happen to be near bees, that might be a slightly better spot.
That might be better just because of the sheer number of Grammars you can spawn there at a time. Oh no, wait. I'm confusing Gremlins the imps. No, my bad.
Oh no, there are definitely some good gremlins in around bees. It's the hallways before the imp room. He's got a couple near the room transition, so it's a good spot for sure.
I'm gonna
Okay,
make an
nothing at
assumption here that-
Slogger
I'm gonna make an assumption here that both our racers are gonna at least check Coliseum before going down. We do have Jewel open at this moment.
You're definitely a safe bet. At the very least, you check Coliseum and grab the warp.
It's the easiest way to go back up if you have to. Having that teleport open.
Now, what might be interesting is if Drakkar Swarm gets a thrust sword drop on the way here. That would bring in some out of logic flight. That could be interesting.
These seed least don't seem to be having the same luck with the equipment drops. Although Swarm got 2-star Flayer at the same time there.
Suspiciously early Holy Glasses, so that's not going to be in the chain, not directly. It's Holy Glasses, Jewel, and Gravity Boots, all layer 1.
So far, the exact route for both racers, and I imagine they are gonna keep doing the same route. I don't think at this point they have any reason to get any deviations here.
Yeah, I agree. So far, more of a linear seed. So execution matters a little bit more than normal. Yeah, you're right. Not a lot of drops here either. We had the shield rod for Drac. That's been the best so far. Harper is not bad, but I think generally you're going to stick with Alucard gear anyway.
Yeah, I hope we can see a little better drops, because I would feel very sad for any of the racers if they have problems fighting any of the bosses on the second castle. They're not hard bosses, but the lack of equipment could drain quite a bit of time from them.
So interesting observation from the chat here. Let me talk about this real quick. You'll notice the music here is randomized. Just to be 100% clear, we're only using random music because the bot is down. One of the big requests from the previous tournament was a preference for random music to go away. So no more like random Medusa boss theme, none of that. For every other match this tournament, it's gonna be vanilla. For this one, we had to make a compromise because the bot was down, so apologies. We might get some more boss music this seed than normal, but yeah, people requested vanilla music, and that's what we're gonna get for every other match.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with the people on this one. There is some music that start playing in some areas. It could be very, very strange. Although I like most of the music, there is a factor of ambience. Depending on the music, it can ruin some areas.
Agreed. I mean, even the quote-unquote bad songs in this game definitely fit the areas they're in. Like the Medusa boss theme is maybe a little grating, but it fits for Medusa and Succubus. Those fights take like 10 seconds, you know? If you play it for 5 minutes or like 10 minutes during a farm, that is unacceptable. So hey, look, you can get your fill. This is gonna be the one exceptional match. We can hear Enchanted Banquet for 10 minutes maybe, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, yeah, no, there is the question of the fairy music as well. I don't know if a lot of people are a fan of that music.
Yeah, Nocturne, I believe it's called. Good song, I'm a fan. What about you, Cal?
I was a fan, but I had to hear it for a long, long time and start getting a little bit too much. I was playing a lot of random music, and I got stuck, I think, for about 10 minutes listening to the song over and over again because it showed up on a lot of areas. So I don't know, got a little tired of it.
Let me just say, this comment from the chat warms my heart. It's a good point that, you know, if you're listening to Soden rather than watching Soden, vanilla music can help identify where a player is in the castle. So if you hear this song, you can say, okay, they're probably in this area. It warms my heart because that's how far we've come, you know? Soden Rando is getting so big now. You've heard of like football on the radio, baseball on the radio. Now we've got Symphony of the Night on the radio. People just listening in while doing other things. It's great.
That is amazing. I agree. Totally agree with that.
Nothing at Scylla, unfortunately.
So far, they're being... I guess it started great, and now the relics just went away. And they drag a little bit ahead, just a few seconds.
There are a couple of chances here for Swarm to gamble if he wants to play aggressive. You could skip Holy Symbol. You could skip Merman. I think it's way too early to start gambling, though. I think it's way too committal. But you could.
He has the one-up advantage. Might decide that's it's a good time to gamble.
Now, I will say the chat prediction that we do for every match is about to close here. And it looks like it's about 3-1 in favor of Swarm. So the people watching this live are favoring the reigning champ to take it 2-0.
People in chat doesn't seem to be gamblers. They are just taking the... Oh, there goes Swarm. He's gonna save before... He's gonna lose on the flight if he just skips it.
Yeah, definitely no way to skip this. This is complexity 2 here. Save split's not a bad idea though, but you're not gonna work out in this situation.
I thought he was farming the frozen shade.
Yeah, exactly. So for every match that goes to Game 3, Game 3 will be scheduled later. And I do this for a couple of reasons. This is my preference as a TO. By the way, Drac going right to Succubus. Number one, it's just a little bit more reasonable on the commentators and the racers not to do 3 in a row. I think it's a bit much. And I wouldn't want anyone to feel pressured into doing 3 games in a row. 2 is reasonable, 3 is a bit much. Other reason is that for the YouTube VODs, it helps prevent spoilers. It's like if you're watching a match as it goes live on YouTube, you're not gonna know, just based on the runtime, if it's a decisive result or not. So that's cool.
And by the same rules, if you see a VOD with a lot of time, you can definitely predict it was a horrible, horrible seed or a horrible farm.
True.
Now, Jupiter, you're talking about skipping succubus. This could be a good opportunity to skip it.
Yeah, you can see why it's been on people's radar just a little bit. It's a lot of time save if you're willing to commit.
And if, unfortunately, there is nothing there and no one decided to skip it, so it's not gonna be this seed that we're gonna see that become a thing.
So I'm gonna compare. I'm assuming. Oh, well, I was about to say I'm assuming neither player will skip, but scratch that. I think what Drax's gonna do here is go down, then possibly go back up, and route Merman in with Power Wolf, which is a fine route.
Yeah, the lack of equipment on this seed, you can see that the fights are taking against bosses are taking very much longer than before. At this point on the other seed, the both races already had at least the Varda.
What a difference a Varda makes. Now, I think it's probably fine to just go ahead and farm Gremlin here, to be honest. Yeah, it's gonna be a quick one. You'll get some levels. I'd probably just do this now.
I guess that's probably what he's gonna do.
Ooh, maybe not.
Walk away? Maybe wait for the second Arcana?
It is so close to the warp, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. But it looks like Swarm has the same routing idea. Gonna be going down here. Yep, Drax gonna save for later. That's fine. Now I will say, going what was that, 0 for 7 or so? Not super unlucky, but Swarm has a chance to get a random here for sure. I'm guessing the odds are like 30-40% with 7 tries.
Yeah, it seems like this time we're actually gonna see Spike Breaker in this seed.
There are also these gremlins down here in Catacombs if you get those on the way.
Yeah, I would have been killing a few on the way, even if I don't decide to farm, because, yeah, just maybe. If it happens, you save a little bit of time.
Are we ever gonna see Bat? Where's Bat?
I'm hoping. Oh, I think Swarm decided to farm.
I think this is a fine call. Honestly, I kind of agree with this more, to be honest. But, not getting lucky. Gas Cloud at Spikeberg. That's an okay pickup. Could have been better.
There are some... Swarm checked again the ring, just to be sure. There are some farms on Bounty Hunter that can be speed up just by having the Gas Cloud. Taking a while. Well,
Oh! So what do you make of this, Cal? Drac is skipping not even a save split, just a complete skip. Also, Swarm is done. Swarm is done with Gremlin.
That's a big gamble. I would at least make the save split. Because if there is a card on Grand Falloon, you can at least get the information and get out.
Oh! Swarm doing the double skip. I gotta tell you, I think Swarm's route here is really strong. It's unfortunate that he had to waste a little bit of time on that Gremlin farm, but this is a good call. Good read on complexity. Helps make the Grand Falloon skip, which is a Swarm signature play, even stronger.
I think Swarm could have done a save split here, at least on Cerberus. You never know if you have to go back or not, so at least you get information. Maybe there's a card down there, just get the card and go back.
No, I'm with you on that.
Save.
Now, I guarantee, despite this being nearly perfectly synced, both runners feel very behind right now. I can basically guarantee that. Neither runner was able to get the Gremlin farm. We've got skips on both sides. So it's really close. But if the runners both feel behind, as I'm sure they do, it's a typical thing for certain racers to feel pessimistic about their play. Happens to everybody. We might see some more gambles to quote-unquote make up time.
Yeah, because as much as you can think about what you're doing, you never know exactly where your opponent is going with their route, especially on Bounty Hunter. So there is always the chance that you took the decision to go left, they took the decision to go right, and right was the bet.
So I'm guessing in this situation we're going to see a library warp at Power Wolf.
I would assume it would be the best route for them right now. And then straight to keep, I guess.
Drac a little bit low on HP. Swarm not too far behind either. Need to be a little bit careful not to die.
The Corns do a Soul Steal here, yeah.
Ooh, both of them having the same idea. Heads up gameplay.
Yeah, Swarm going back to that potion. I think it's a good idea.
Oh, and there's the other Arcana. See, that Gremlin farm was a little bit early.
Well, their Drac didn't opt to use the library card.
Neither does Swarm.
You think there's a chance they're going back down there? Get the farm, then get out?
Drac, I think, is heading towards Forbidden route, which is going to be the first time we've seen that. We've seen a reverse Forbidden. Now we're going to see a regular Forbidden.
Oh, Swarms? No, just get the health.
Ooh, hang on, this is weird. Drac's warping around.
Oh, he could be going to Aurochs.
That would make sense. Just do sword card real quick. Oh, how about Gremlin on the way? Why not? It's right here. You got both Arcanas now. Odds have gone up with Alucard, rather, and 2 Arcanas. Odds are 1 in 9 per kill. There it is. Just get it first try.
That is the one. That was a
10th try, you get it first try.
Swarm's gonna do the same? No.
Makes sense for Swarm in case you have to come back and do Grand Falloon, etc. for cards. But that does give Drac a slight lead here.
Oh, this seed is very dry on drops. Kind of impressive.
Yeah, it seems like another high difficulty seed, both for combat and for movement, because there's no bat. Where is bat? That's not bat. That's Force of Echo. Alright,
we
I'm
almost saw
calling
all
bat at Castle Key.
Oh, that would be incredible. I think we almost saw all the other relics.
Ooh, here we go. The tables are turning. Random Vlad for Drac this time at Harpy. Okay, interesting. Definitely a chance that Swarm gets this one too, especially with double Arcana.
Drac must be smiling on his house right now. Swarm is targeting them.
Okay, they both get
there
it.
goes. Nice.
Both get it. Oh my god, so exciting. Now here's the question. If you had 2 Arcanas, Cal, would you kill the Vandal Swords in this room? I might. Yeah, this is what Swarm's going to do. I think it's a good call. We see drops from the Vandal Swords all the time.
Oh, question. Do the Vandal Swords give the Vlad relic if they are on the wall?
Yeah, I believe so. They just transport to Alucard's location, so that shouldn't be a problem. Eye card and Ghost card. Oh, hey, this looks familiar. Ouroboros again.
Hey, I'll take it. Red Dead and Dragon Rider. I think we were talking on the Discord a little bit early. What's some of the worst farms that you can have on the game? I think Dragon Rider is up there for me.
J. I agree. That one's brutal. That one's even deeper into reverse entrance, and I think the enemy is more towards the middle of the room, even compared to Ouroboros. So it's just so out of the way.
Yeah, just the chance you can just miss and kill something you shouldn't run away is also very painful. The Drac guess second castle?
Oh, we're doing the repeat? Oh boy. Oh boy. Are there any checks that are left behind? I don't think we haven't seen gravity boots, have we?
No, gravity
Because flight was caverns. See, this is why I was thinking Drac was gonna go forbidden route to route in gravity boots. We were just talking before the second game started about a set earlier, like a year and a half ago, where a couple of unnamed players, I don't remember who was playing exactly, but forgot about gravity boots in a pivotal tournament set. We might have a repeat of that.
Yeah, we don't even know who they are. So long ago, we all forgot about it.
It's been lost to time. One of them actually was Fire for Gore, but I don't remember the player.
Yeah, no one knows. I bet chat doesn't know either.
In my defense, okay, it was this is very late in the bracket. It's a shame, by the way. Let me just give a shout out to Fire. One of our best and most exciting players was not able to join this particular event. Very much hope that for 2025 we'll get the return of Fire. I gotta increase the prize pool next time to try and entice Fire to rejoin.
I think we're gonna see the exact same route here. Dark Wing to Medusa in reverse.
It'll also be interesting to see if Swarm goes for right side a second time. I'd actually like to see... Go ahead.
It was very, very, very strange for Swarm of all people go to right side. He's a defender of left side through and through.
I'd like to see Swarm go left side this time, solely for the fact that remaining unpredictable makes you a stronger player in certain, you know? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh!
Don't die,
It's over.
don't die, please.
Oh my god. Please soul steal. Jesus. Oh, that's not good. Whew.
What, was that unpredictable enough for you, Jupiter?
That's not what I meant, Swarm.
I think Swarm might have woken up his baby on a scream right there.
Even a boss like Darkwing Bat, you can't underestimate. Yo, is this bait? Get on, Drac. 15 seconds for a meal ticket. He must be hungry.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the exactly same route. Don't know if they're both players, but
You know, I kind of like going for these tombstones here. This is not a bad idea. Okay, looking like a lycanthrope seed without wolf.
oh, Zoohander could have dropped a few enemies ago. Would have been great. Well, their Drac is much braver than I am because I don't risk jumping over the Panthers. I pretty much just slice them out of the way.
Yeah, that's the safer approach. Those hallways are more precise than they look, and they're more dangerous than they look too. Like, a Swarm is poisoned here. It's over. GG. Oh my god! Did Swarm save?
Swarm.
You might recall that if you get poisoned, it lowers your attack and your defense.
Oh, what Swarm could have done there? He hit the balloon, then do the soul steal. He could have taken the health for every single one of those little, I guess, spores that drop out.
If I'm Swarm here, I straight up equip those shield potions for after Medusa.
He's going right side again.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going right side again.
Double right side. And I'm not sure if Drac is trying to copy the same route as Swarm. If so, has a good read here.
Full. Yeah, it's gonna be on DC that we're gonna find out creatures holding bat. Just because both players decide to go right side.
Wouldn't even be surprised. Swarm, go into the menu and equip the anti-venom. Come on, come on.
He's a brave man.
Hey, look, if you got okay, if he had dive kicked, are you Swarm? This is irresponsible gameplay. This is irresponsible.
Oh. Come on.
Use the shield potion. Use the shield potion. Okay, potion, that's fine. I'd be using the shield potion first, though.
Oh, he's looking for a better weapon? Oh my god. Oh, another card for Drac.
I'm not even looking at Drac. I'm glued to this survival challenge. Alright, so it looks like that was the Harpy card, so no big pickup
Yeah.
here.
No, both of those racers are risking a lot today, aren't they?
Swarm, are you actually joking me? Alright, Swarm saves.
Finally.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm switching to Drax audio. Okay, this is too stressful for me. Let's go ahead and switch on over. Plus, Drac has like a 2-minute lead at this point. All of these near-death experiences are adding up for Swarm.
A death at this point would be horrible for any of these players.
Also, Drac is farming Minotaur. Oh, never mind. Just clearing a path. I was thinking maybe it was for the levels to try and make things a little bit less scary. Where's that Varda, I wonder?
He's going to the Cathedral with no bats.
This is okay. With gravity boots, you can definitely make this work. Plus, wouldn't it be funny if Sniper had a Vlad a second time? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Oh, great climb. I guess we're probably gonna see bees on this seed.
Yeah, this is going to be the first bracket appearance of Beelzebub. Now, I want to say at least one, maybe both of our players have dark armor, which kind of trivializes this boss fight. Hopefully they remember.
Swarm?
Swarm!
Swarm.
It's okay, Swarm's safe, so if Swarm dies here, it's not like a huge deal. But just a little bit more time loss.
I think who has the dark armor is probably Swarm, because their Drag's not using it. It could also be that after playing so much, they might get the drop and forget about it.
By the way, that's another good reason not to do 3 in a row, even with 2 in a row. It's very easy for seed bleed to happen, where you forget about one thing or you mix up one seed with the previous seed. 2, it's more manageable, but mistakes can definitely happen. So another library card at Beelzebub. Right side has been awful this seed. Left side, absolutely. Standard route would have been 100% the right call. Now, you could argue, and you're going to see Drac go this way, that one of the advantages of right side is that even though all the checks were a bust, you have a slightly quicker route to Ouroboros. But honestly, going there from Galamoth or Death is not that much slower.
Seems he's gonna farm it right now. I'm still holding hope that creature has bat.
Imp room issue.
Yeah.
By the way, that was the room I was thinking of, that if you want to do Gremlin, that would be a good spot for it.
Okay. Yeah, that's an area of the castle you don't usually see on a randomizer. Swarm and Poison, they've been good friends in this seed.
Yeah, I think Dark Armor was forgotten about, sadly. But still not a bad fight for either player. Oh, hang on, not quite done yet. One more.
A little bit more.
There we go.
This is another fight that having bat would have been helped a lot.
Saving the Ouroboros farm for later. I don't hate this. The weapon situation's not good. What do you think, Al?
Yeah, every luck they had on the first seed, they're definitely not having on this one. I don't think we see any top tier weapons so far. I don't think so, right?
No, I'm working with Harper right now. So, definitely more of a mid-tier seed. With Soden, there really are no low tiers. I mean, there are, but you'll never use them, because unarmed Alucard is a mid-tier, you know? This is about as bad as it gets.
Yeah, much better to punch stuff than use like a short sword or something.
Alright, who's ready for bat at creature? I know I am. The hardest punish.
I think Swarm's gonna leave Ouroboros for later as well.
Wouldn't be surprised. That would be an interesting divergence, potentially.
Swarm could decide to try to farm me here. So bad.
Just go standard route. It's standard for a reason.
Oh, that's perfect.
Everybody take notes. Right along with me here. Left side Medusa. Okay, that's what you gotta do.
Works every time until it doesn't.
So this totally justifies Drax's decision to grab the warp. That ended up being a really smart call.
I think Swarm might just do another save split. Yeah, take the balls.
Those Novas hit really hard. If you haven't gotten hit by a Nova laser beam, just trust me on this one. See, this is going to be a good example. Swarm is going to go ahead and do this right away. And won't have Bat to speed up the movement, so... Shoutouts to the Dodo Bird, by the way. I'm sure we'll see that in a bracket match in the future. Maybe even today, who knows?
Hey, that's the only place you can find it, right? I don't think there is any more Dodo Birds.
The elusive one-room Dodo Bird.
Which on Vanilla carries the Lapis Lazuli. I think one of the best luck equipments on the game.
What is it, plus 20? Something like that? It's quite good.
Yeah, I think it's plus 20, yeah.
Not as good as an Arcana, but if you don't have a second Arcana. Alright, rate the drip. Green, yellow, little purple on there.
Oh, I'm gonna have to say that's a 9 for me. That's almost all Brazilian flag colors.
Shoutouts to Brazil. Reminder, we do have a Portuguese restream for literally every bracket match this tournament. How about that?
Yeah, if you guys want to see some Portuguese on Soden, is Mateus at this moment, right? Doing the restream.
And then Cal, of course, you've done some restreams. Ren's done some restreams. We really should have one for every match, which is exciting.
Yeah, this coming Thursday, Mateus is racing, so I'll be doing the restream this time.
In fact, let me go ahead and just share the link in chat. Also, reminder, if you want to contribute to the prize pool for this tournament, it's already the biggest ever, but any bits donated between now and the end of the tournament will go directly to the players. I will take 0%. Salome is Tooth Card.
Salome. Oh, there's a good chance that Swarm can combine those two.
Okay, so pretty
combine the Imp with the
average
Salome.
Ouroboros for Swarm.
How sad do you think Swarm's gonna be when he finds Bat?
It's rough.
Especially our very much a defender of left side.
Hey, thank you very much, Project Omega, for the 100 bits. That $1 of support will 100% go to the prize pool. Thank you. So far, I'm not sure if you agree, Cal, this is definitely looking like Drax's game to lose.
Yeah, he's been having a very good time, especially movement and route-wise. The decision to go back very early to creature and getting him so bad. I think at this point, what might actually get in his way is maybe farms. And not just on his way, but also swarms because of the very bad equipment so far. Depending on what they have to farm, could be very, very rough.
So left side had Bat,
Varda, yeah.
had a card, and had a Varda. And now with Salome being required, that Varda could not have come at a better time. This is a tough farm. This is honestly one of the tougher farms in the whole game, I think. This is up there with Guardian. Because Salome has got a lot of defensive moves where you just can't do damage.
Yeah, turning around, I guess, is the biggest defense move of all time. Just turns around, put the shield up, and yeah.
It's like frame one, I swear.
Yeah. It's definitely horrible. There was a discussion a little bit ago about having to kill the cat or not. I guess that was already buried, right?
Yeah, that one, you don't have to worry about it.
You'd be kind of sad just to have to kill the cat as well.
Fun fact, if you have the Cat Eye Circlet equipped, and the cat runs into you, you get some big healing. Which frankly can actually be useful, but it's more of an Easter egg.
If I'm not mistaken, it might be the biggest heal you can get on any absorption in the game.
It's true, that's why it says, even in the description, it says big heals from cat damage. I love Sod.
It might be the only cat damage in the entire game as well.
I think it is, yeah. Panther doesn't count as cat damage. I think it's that, and then maybe Maria in either Saturn or PSP. Because on PSP,
fight,
she can throw Byakko. Probably doesn't matter on Saturn, but it might matter on PSP. Hard to say. That's a really good farm for Drac.
Wow, that's amazing.
I remember years ago I said I was going to look into whether or not that counted, but never got around to it. If anyone happens to know whether PSP Maria Byakko counts as cat damage, please let me know. You'll be furthering the cause of improving the community's knowledge about Sod.
Drac might not have any more trouble on Galamoth this time around. It might take a while because of the equipment, but at least the setup is not free.
Yeah, just imagine that we didn't have that Varda at death. This would be a totally different story. We might be using the Harbor here just by itself. Oh, getting so unlucky on these Galamoth patterns. But once again, well handled.
There we go.
There's the rhythm. Oh, and this is a divergence here. Interesting. So if Galamoth is a bust...
Swarm went back straight away.
Swarm is going to have to go back there anyway for the Salome farm, but this could work out nice.
Trying to punch the air, having no library cards.
Okay, I'm going to give a shout out to Kralik in the chat right now, who I trust, who says Byakko does not count as cat element damage. Thank you. So meaning, yes, Salome is the only case. Good question. What is the what's the current complexity chain, Cal? What are we working with here?
We had Jew first. At this point, to be sincere, I've kind of forgot.
Yeah, it was
I
Jewel,
think it
Gravity
was-
Boots, and Holy Glasses 1. Then it was Leapstone 2.
Into Holy Glasses?
No, it was it Merman 2? Where was Merman?
Oh, Merman led to Leapstone.
Yeah, so maybe it was Merman 2, Leapstone 3, which means that Castle 2 is actually Complexity 4, not 5. We might have one more step in the chain somewhere. We have found both Bat and Wolf in Castle 2, so I think Swarm making a beeline for All Rocks makes a lot of sense. There's also Mummy on the table. We might see that first from Drac. This could be an interesting 50-50 here, actually. In fact, wait a minute. This could decide the race, actually. Wait a minute. Whoa, hang on. If Transformation leads to Complexity 5, this could be the race right here. Hang on, I didn't realize this is a pivotal moment. Drac is going to Mummy. Oh my god, here we go.
Which one?
Cube! It's Cube!
Oh my god.
So it's not gonna be at All Rocks. It might be at Mummy, but Drac's actually doing Ouroboros first. Fair enough. The plot thickens.
Wait, did Swarm not save split this? I thought he save split the return to the first castle.
Okay, that's a real library card. I'm not sure how useful it's gonna be, but it can never hurt to have more.
I think Swarm got one as well when he was farming. Farm the imps.
Swarm really struggling with Gremlin here. This has been very unlucky. In total, probably like 0 for 30 at this point. And that's a good Ouroboros for Drac. Once again, a little bit above average. No one's gonna be checking out Mummy though. I don't know.
He's going back right now. He's gonna be disappointed the same way.
Well, hey, look, it is possible that no, actually, it's not. If we've read Complexity right.
Mist into Silvering?
Yeah, but where's Mist?
Mist might be in Grand Fallen. None of them checked it yet.
God, this is really close. 4 Vlads for Drac, 3 for Swarm. Salome might take a while. See, for Swarm, I think coming back to Castle 1 makes a lot more sense. Because you haven't done Spike Breaker, and this seems like a pretty good chance for Complexity 5. I'm not sure there are any other Complexity 5 candidates for Drac, though. So I'm wondering what they're thinking.
Probably going back directly to the... Oh, there is still Gravity Boots. No one checked that yet.
Imagine.
It'll be fitting. It'll be an interesting point to the seed. The Swarm still didn't check Grand Falloon.
No, I think it's going to be a hard commit, this seed. We're only looking for that Complexity card right now. I think it's going to have to be at Mummy. So if Drac had gone to Mummy immediately after Ouroboros, this would have been a GG. But we're leaving the door open now. for a Swarm comeback win, I think.
I think Swarm at this point has been very glad they either gave him 15 saves, because he's using those. There's a lot of save splits set up through the entire castle.
Yeah, that does cost Swarm a Vlad relic, though. We'll have to get Ring again at some point.
Yeah, he could just get the information, go back to the last save he had.
Cube for Drac. I'm thinking it's going to be Mist at Mummy, and then we have one more 50-50 after that.
Either Silver Ring or Library. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, it's... What the? It's Mist at all rocks? Are these both going to be bait? Oh, you know what it could be? Mist has got a ring, and Mummy's got the other ring. We still haven't found silver or gold ring. Oh, this is getting complicated. It's getting complicated now. It's also possible that everyone, myself, and Cal, and the chat have misread complexity. I've seen it happen before. I've seen it happen many times.
Yeah, that would not be a surprise at all.
Complexity's hard. Spirit Orb at Maria. 0 for 1.
Do they still have library cards to... Oh, they have a lot.
I gotta tell you, I think Swarm might actually be ahead here. Swarm's not gonna get baited by all these Mist shenanigans. Can go right from Salome to Mummy. And if that's the case, I gotta say it's a slight complexity misread for Drac that's gonna send him to lose, which would be really unfortunate. But let's see, this Salome farm might take a while.
He does still have to farm the ring again.
Sorry?
He does have to farm the ring again.
That's true. And that was, which enemy was that?
If I'm not mistaken, it's the Ouroboros. Wait, was the Ouroboros or the Gremlin?
Hold on. Hold on, this Mist stuff might be relevant after all. Is it really going to be Silver Ring? I think it has to be Silver Ring. No, it doesn't have to be Silver Ring and Mummy. Hear me out. It could be Silver Ring and Mummy, or it could be Silver Ring at Granfalloon leading to nothing. I think it's one of the two. Either Mummy's got the other ring, which will lead to Complexity card, or Mummy's just got the Complexity card, and Drac is going on the most disappointing side quest of all time.
There would be 2 horrible seeds back to back for the players. This one even worse because they didn't have any equipment.
Speaking of horrible, this farm's not going well for Swarm. Luck definitely not nearly as good as last time, but definitely in a position to win this for sure.
Yeah, the trip backs to the save point for the DMP might cost him a little more time. What would be the damage here for Salome if they had the gas cloud?
Yeah, Gas Cloud is considered the best strategy for that farm, but I think the Soul Steel strat is second best. Still no Mist for Swarm. Oh, Drac is confused. Uh-oh. Has potentially forgotten about Mummy, but has remembered Gravity Boots. Oh my god, are we gonna get some big time foreshadowing again? Maybe Gravity Boots had it the whole time.
Yeah, players have been left in some weird things behind. Gravity Boots was on the way for them?
No, it was out of the way because Flight was late. So definitely an understandable thing to leave behind. Let's see. Could it be a ring? If it's a ring, it's perfect. Okay, well, there you go. That confirms this is going to be nothing. Unless we've all misread complexity, which, like I said, is very possible. This has all been a lot of bait, and I think Swarm is actually going to be ahead. Even having to do Ouroboros a second time. God, this is a crazy race. This is a crazy race.
That's exactly what we want for the first bracket match.
Yeah, Swarm is like 0 for 50 on a 1 in 9, 1 in 11, something like that. This is not good. Not good for Swarm. This is the worst farm we've seen all bracket.
Wow. And that's exactly the point that I think you might start to get angry at the game.
And okay, we have misread complexity. GG. I want to give a GG to me and to Cal and to everybody in chat. We'll have to go back and re-examine the complexity count on this one. So, okay, the side quest mattered, actually. Mummy was a bust. Had to get missed. Had to get the rings. Had to go say hi to Maria. Okay, so Panther.
Swarm's too farming.
Now, what's interesting is Swarm is a fan of going for like 1 or 2 Panther kills on the way. We saw that a little bit earlier. If Swarm had got that random drop, Swarm would have won this one. So despite the terrible Salome farm, this was always going to be Drax's win. Oh no!
Oh, accidental library card. Oh, the hell.
That's a commentator's curse. Surely, okay, it's fine. Drag held down, it's fine. Oh, that was their last library card.
Oh,
if they had not held down, oh my god. Drac keeping it interesting.
And that's exactly the point that Drac might start thinking, okay, I lost this one.
Yeah! Congrats to Swarm. 100
Finally.
tries on Salome. Completely ridiculous. Let's just recap this one, right? So this was a very complicated seed in terms of the complexity count. Kind of everyone got mixed up here. Very tough seed in terms of navigation. Drac almost died a couple of times. Swarm almost died like 20 times. We had a good split in terms of where the enemy farms were located. Summon Castle 1, Summon Castle 2. This has been just an excellent race seed. And I hope we get a lot more like this. Oh, Bat was in the seed, which was nice.
Finally. In the last place we expected it to be. Creature holding it.
Oh, easy first try for Drac. A dominating performance on that farm. But yeah, my guess on the seed, complexity count, is what chat's saying right now. Yeah, I agree with this. Gravity 1. No, it can't be Jewel 2. Jewel was layer 1 as well. Which is why this is so weird. I think it's Gravity Jewel 1, Merman 2, Flight 3, Mist 4, Rings 5. But like I said, we'll have to go back and analyze.
Yeah, I guess the fact there was so many relics that usually give you progression on the same layer might have confused us a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You're definitely more front-loaded this time around.
I think we had Gravity Boots, Jill, and Spike Breaker. Every single one of those on in the first layer.
Now, you mentioned this earlier, Cal. There still isn't a great weapon for Drac to use. Had that shield rod, but didn't really get any good shields. Maybe I saw a skull shield, but that's not really going to be worth using, I don't think. So I think we're stuck with Varda Alucard. Maybe Harper.
Yeah, the skull shield he can try to hit on the Drax coming down, but the damage is not that great. We might have to see maybe one or two or three cycles on Drac.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a big
Definitely
deal,
less.
just no panic plays, and I think Drac's got this in the bag. Now, I'm curious what Mummy's gonna have. What haven't we seen yet? Could be just like a library card, something boring.
Or Wolf. Oh no, we have seen Wolf. It's likely to be a library card or nothing. Yeah, really liking weapons.
Okay, one down. So, we are going to be going to a game 3 for the first set of the bracket. I'm so excited. This set definitely deserved a game 3, and just nothing at all at Mummy.
Nothing.
Whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, and having a match 3 does prove that those racers are top, best of the best here.
Best of the best and very evenly matched. Look at all those saves. This is definitely becoming another Swarm signature play. Just a million saves. It gives you more options. It makes a lot of sense. But this time around... Oh, hang on. One more cycle.
At least the Varda is speeding up, even through the bad weapons.